I've had 4 kids. I have a bowed left leg. My daughter has a bowed left leg. JC was pigeon-toed from birth. So JC lived being severely pigeon-toed all his life.
And you believe this baby does not have that characteristic, which furthers your doubt?
To my understanding.
Ms. Crow is here to prove Ms. Reinhardt's deceased son, JC, is her baby's father. But Grandma Reinhardt says she's a liar who's just after his death benefits.
Ms. Crow, you have summoned the defendant to court to prove that her deceased son, JC Turner, fathered your 2-year-old son, Thomas. You state that Ms. Crow is a liar and a manipulator, and that the child in question is not your deceased son's baby. And now it's trying to claim him as her son's father only to get death benefits. Is that correct?
But Ms. Crow fires back that her son Thomas deserves to know his family, especially since he can never, ever meet his father.
It is more than just the money. I would like help with my son, yes, of course, but my son cannot grow up and meet his father. So he deserves that right to know who his father is and to know who his family is.
Grandma's first proof it's not her grandkid. When she met Ms. Crow, the woman claimed to be 2 weeks pregnant, but already had a stomach firm as she did.
In the time period, the time frame she said she was, when she told me she was pregnant, it didn't happen that way. There's no way she could have been just 2 weeks pregnant and had a stomach firm as she did.
But wait, Grandma Reinhardt reveals her son was schizophrenic with the mental capacity of a 16-year-old, implying Ms. Crow completely took advantage of him.
He'd have believed you if you told him the sky was purple.
Well, that's your own opinion. That's your own
the
opinion.
mental capacity of a 16-year-old.
And this how, and you know what? He had feelings.
He was schizophrenic.
He had feelings.
He was schizophrenic and he had stress seizures.
Grandma's other bizarre theory, all 8 of her other grandkids look just like her, like a bunch of quadruplets, but little Thomas breaks the family mold.
I've had 8 grandkids, and all 8 of my grandkids favor me. I've got a baby picture. If I take that baby picture, I could put it up against my daughter. I could even put it up against my 18-year-old granddaughter. I could put it up against Jay's brother. I could put it up against Jay's baby picture, okay?
The final nail in her genetic coffin, her son was severely pigeon-toed, but baby Thomas has perfectly straight feet. This is her undeniable proof.
I've had 4 kids. I have a bowed left leg. My daughter has a bowed left leg. JC was pigeon-toed from birth. So JC lived being severely pigeon-toed all his life.
And you believe this baby does not have that characteristic, which furthers your doubt?
To my understanding.
Tragically, Ms. Crow found out about her son's father's death on Facebook after seeing a Rest in Peace Jay post from a mutual friend.
I'm telling you, I was living in Vegas. When we and him were together, we lived in Henderson together. He was in Henderson, I was in Vegas. I didn't have a phone number. He didn't have no way to contact me. I didn't even know he was here until I'm scrolling down my newsfeed on Facebook and I see a mutual friend of ours post Rest in Peace Jay with his picture. I contacted this person like, what's going on?
The drama continues after his death. Grandma Reinhardt accuses Ms. Crow of going behind my back to the coroner's office to try and get a secret DNA sample from his body.
And she called
to the coroner's office. They said they haven't even talked to her.
Behind my back to get a sample of his DNA, Your Honor.
Oh no, ma'am.
She didn't even have the decency to bring it to me.
I called her and asked her. She denied it. That's why we're here today.
No, ma'am.
After all this time, Grandma Reinhardt has never even met her potential grandson Thomas. Will her gut feeling about him be enough to deny him his family?
Have you ever seen Thomas?
No, I didn't even know when the baby was born because I wasn't contacted.
Jay knew.
The courtroom waits for the final verdict. Is this the heartwarming family connection Ms. Crow has been praying for, or is her son's father still a mystery?
The percentage of relatedness between Ms. Reinhardt and Thomas Crow is 99.6% you are related. Mr. Baker, you say that it's medically impossible for you to have fathered this child.
Yes, Your Honor. Back in 1991, when my ex was pregnant with our 4th child, while she was pregnant, I had a vasectomy.
This marriage is hanging by a thread. Mr. Baker swears if the DNA proves he's not baby Caleb's dad, he's leaving his wife and family for good.
Mr. Baker, you say it's medically impossible for you to have a child, and therefore Caleb cannot be yours. You say if the DNA results prove you are not the father, you will leave your wife and family.
Yes, Your Honor.
Her shocking confession is a game changer. At the time she got pregnant, she was drinking so heavily she would completely black out and doesn't remember if she was with another man.
At the time I got pregnant, I was drinking quite a bit. I was drinking pretty much every day, and I was blacking out at night, and I wouldn't remember periods of time I wouldn't remember.
Whether you were intimate with another man or not.
Yes, Your Honor.
Their own relationship started with a scandalous affair while they were both married to other people. He says if she cheated before, she'll definitely cheat again.
Well, Your Honor, to be completely honest, when Felice and I had gotten together, the way that we got together was had done some work in her home, and that's the way that we met. I was married, she was married. You have two people who are in a monogamous relationship come together the way that we did. How do I know she wouldn't do this to me? We did it to each other.
But this isn't her first time being caught in a lie. It's revealed she was once on the Oprah Winfrey Show for lying to her last husband about being in massive debt.
Went on in her marriage before she was with me. There were spending issues that were taking place in the marriage that he didn't know about.
Had instances in your previous marriage?
Yes, I do.
Well, I know that she had went on a very public show.
Which show did you go on?
The Oprah Winfrey Show.
Okay.
The ultimate medical bombshell is dropped. Mr. Baker is convinced he's not the dad because he had a full vasectomy 23 years ago.
Mr. Baker, you say that it's medically impossible for you to have fathered this child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain.
Back in 1991, when my ex was pregnant with our fourth child, while she was pregnant, I had a vasectomy.
When her home pregnancy test came back positive, they didn't think baby. They thought cancer. A false positive can be a sign of ovarian cancer, so they rushed to the ER.
I went on the internet. I Googled what can cause a false positive, that a false positive will show up on a pregnancy test. Obviously, number one is pregnancy. Number two is ovarian cancer. Number three, uterus cancer. Number four is any cancerous tumors in the uterus. I know she's not pregnant because I had a vasectomy.
A medical expert is brought into the courtroom. She explains that in 1 in 4,000 cases, the vasectomy tube can miraculously grow back together over time.
To make sure that the vasectomy doesn't fail. It's very rare, but in about 4,000 cases, the vas deferens, which is the tube that carries the sperm, that's what we cut during the procedure. And very rarely that tube can grow back over time.
But wait, Mr. Baker sheepishly admits he missed his 1-year follow-up appointment, the very appointment that would have checked if his vasectomy had failed and the tube reconnected.
And at that time, were you told that the vasectomy, the procedure had gone well?
I was good to go. I was cleared.
Well, then to follow up again at a year to make sure that the vasectomy did not fail.
Did you follow up at a year? Mr. Baker?
No, Your Honor.
The doctor confirms it's not impossible, but says there's only a 1.5% chance he could father a child. Is this baby a true medical miracle?
So when we look at this, it does not make it impossible for him to father a child. He should have about a 1.5% chance of fathering a child.
Very, very slim.
Yes.
But possible.
Possible. It only takes one sperm.
The courtroom is on pins and needles. Is Mr. Baker the father despite his 23-year-old vasectomy, or will his deepest, darkest fears be confirmed?
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Baker, you are the father.
A test done because of what the other young man said, and
What did the other young man say?
he told Keyshawn that when he wasn't around, he was supposedly sleeping with Denaya.
Ms. Hooker is here to prove her deceased ex, Keyshawn, is her baby's dad, but his mother, Ms. Baker, is here to fulfill her son's dying wish. Get a DNA test to prove he's not.
Mr. Abraham fathered your 10-month-old daughter, Kanaya. You say that Ms. Baker and her family's public denial of this child has caused pain, and you are here for an apology and to prove her son is the father.
The family's doubts are fueled by vicious rumors, and the fact that Keyshawn's sister cruelly said baby Kanaya was too fat to be his baby.
It's not Miss Baker who denies Kenaya, it's her family who makes my daughter feel some type of way. It's not Miss Baker. She was too fat to be his baby. She fat like them, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff. Never from Miss Baker, it's always her family.
But Grandma Baker says her late son told her directly that he wasn't the only boy that had messed with Ms. Hooker. Did she have a secret lover on the side?
But then when we finally found out for sure, he told me, he said he wasn't the only boy that had messed with Denaya.
Okay.
Keyshawn allegedly heard from another man that he was also sleeping with Ms. Hooker behind his back. Was she really juggling 2 men at once?
A test done because of what the other young man said, and
What did the other young man say?
he told Keyshawn that when he wasn't around, he was supposedly sleeping with Denida.
But Ms. Hooker swears she was faithful to Keyshawn and claims he only ever denied the baby when they were arguing. Is she telling the truth, or is this another lie?
Was there another guy?
That's why it's funny, because how can somebody tell me who I was sleeping with? Nobody in the room was in the room with me when I was sleeping with somebody. What do I have to lie for?
Keyshawn told us that he wanted the blood test. The only way, Keyshawn only denied the baby when him and my daughter was arguing.
The family feud gets ugly. Keyshawn's sister says she can't even look at the baby because it's just a painful reminder that my brother's not here.
And my mom did tell me, she said something about she think I didn't like her, things like that. Maybe her perception of what other people view of her is just her perception, because she has to understand that sometimes it's hard for people to look, for me personally, to look at baby because it's just a reminder that my brother's not here.
The ultimate disrespect. Baby Kanaya's name was completely left out of her alleged father's obituary after he was tragically murdered.
Judge, my daughter really feels some type of way. It's not that she feels some type of way, it's like she more hurt behind the obituary. And Miss Carolyn has explained to her about the obituary, how the obituary went, but in her heart, she feel like Miss Bland left her out of the obituary on purpose. And that's why she has so much animosity towards Toy.
I just feel like this.
Keyshawn's sister makes a stunning confession. She was the one who intentionally left the baby out of the obituary just in case he wasn't her brother's child.
Did you intentionally leave Kenaya out of that obituary because you knew there was a question surrounding the paternity?
Yes, I did. My mama has a relationship with them. I don't. It may or may not be his. I did not put the baby name in there just in case it isn't. That my mom has to read that obituary. She lost a child. Nobody else lost one.
She then makes a solemn promise. If the baby is his, she will personally go back to the funeral home and have the obituaries reprinted with Kanaya's name included.
Since she got left out the obituary, I have already told them, if it comes back saying Kenaya belongs to Keyshawn, I'm going directly back to the funeral home and get a set of obituaries made, so when this baby grow up and she read her dad's obituary, there's her name.
The courtroom is silent. Will this baby be welcomed into a grieving family, or will she be rejected and left fatherless forever?
The percentage of relatedness between Ms. Baker, Mr. Abraham, and Kenaya Abraham is 0%.
And this is why right here.
I didn't believe it. I figured it probably was a mistake, mainly because the fact that she knew quite a few people. She had a lot of male friends and been married 4 times. First marriage was 12 years and I didn't have any children. Second marriage was 2 years, still no children. 6-month marriage after that and still no children. Then
for 20 agonizing years, Ms. Manship has searched for her dad with only a single name, and one photograph after the man who raised her was proven not to be her father.
Ms. Manship, at the age of 10, you were shocked and devastated to learn that your dad was not your biological father. That began your 20-year search to find the man your mother claims is your father.
She sat me down and she had one picture. This is the one picture that she gave me that I've had for the past 20 years.
In a paternity court first, the show has located the mystery man, Mr. Laup. He's about to meet the 30-year-old daughter he never ever knew existed.
Well, Ms. Manship, this court has located him, and he will join us in a moment. This will be the first time meeting him and your mother's first time seeing him since they broke up more than 30 years ago.
Ms. Manship tearfully tells him how she spent decades desperately searching for him in old phone books, online chat rooms, and even the bar where her mom first met him.
I would stop a police officer and I'd say, how do you go about searching for somebody that you know nothing about, that all you have is a name and a picture? Do people searches online? Back whenever they had like the Yahoo chat rooms, I would go to the state that she told me he was from, which was Little Rock, Arkansas, and say, does anybody know this man? I believe he is my father and I've been searching for him.
Their wild backstory is one for the ages. Her mom picked him up, hitchhiking. They shacked up, but then her jealous ex-boyfriend burned all of his clothes in the fireplace.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she had picked me up hitchhiking across town, and we were both cutting up. Shortly after that, maybe after a couple of months, we had rented an apartment. An ex-boyfriend that wasn't happy about the situation. She had told me she had 3 kids and that she was about 12 years older than I was. All my clothes up in the fireplace. And
Really?
Mr. Laup, not to be outdone, immediately immediately retaliated against the jealous ex by completely tearing up his motorcycle. This love triangle was literally explosive.
For what reason, I don't know why his motorcycle was outside. I kind of tore it up a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
How did their fiery romance end? Mr. Laup came home to their apartment and found her and her ex crashed out in the bedroom asleep, so he left and never looked back.
I believe, Your Honor, we had to get together at the apartment, and I believe I walked in the bedroom and both of them were crashed out in the bedroom. And I guess that's probably what threw the towel in for me. But I thought that I was in town for at least about 6 months after that. All right, they were both asleep in the bed. I don't know what.
Okay, but they were asleep in the bed, and then that's what made you decide to cut it off.
Mr. Laup's ultimate, unshakable reason for doubt: he's been married 4 times over 24 years and has never fathered any children. He was totally convinced he was shooting blanks.
I didn't believe it. I figured it probably was a mistake, mainly because the fact that she knew quite a few people. I mean, she had a lot of male friends and been married 4 times. First marriage was 12 years and I didn't have any children. Second marriage was 2 years, still no children. 6-month marriage after that and still no children. Then,
in a gut-wrenching reveal, Ms. Manship confesses through tears that she named her own son Dallas Trent in honor of Mr. Trent Laup, the father she had never met.
I've believed that he's been my father so long that I actually named my youngest son after him.
You did?
I did.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I named him Dallas Trent because I didn't want to miss the opportunity if he was.
Even more heartbreaking, Ms. Manship admits she has never gotten married because she has been saving that one special father-daughter moment of her real dad walking her down the aisle.
I haven't been married. In hopes that maybe one day I did find him, I'd have that one moment left with him. That's the only moment I have left as a father and daughter type thing, so.
The courtroom is emotional. Is Ms. Manship finally going to get her father-daughter wedding dance? Or is the man who thought he was sterile right all along?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Laup, you are the father.
Implanted.
The drama kicks off with a massive bombshell. Mr. Lang's mother claims Ms. Brown slept with her son's best friend from the sandbox. Drama: Mr. Lang was there for the birth, cut the umbilical cord, and signed the birth certificate. But then he saw the baby's hairline and started doubting again. Facebook posting, "That's my baby, and that's all me," but now he's in court admitting he had doubts the whole entire time.
These are posts. Oh, it says, "Say we don't look alike, laugh out loud, boy, that's all me."
Right. It's for the faith.
I was there for a friend.
You weren't even at the hospital.
Oh, as a friend?
Oh, yes, I was. And your mother had some other guy that she was dating at that time. But he was there, and he said, "Oh, I got me a new daughter. I got me a new daughter."
I don't remember.
Well, of course you did.
No,
you
wait,
was a baby.
It's a sister versus sister showdown. 2 women are in court to prove the same man, Mr. Sandifer, is their dad, but each one believes the other is a liar.
Ms. Boyer and Ms. Fields, you've both brought the defendant, Mr. Sandifer, to court today to prove that he is your biological father, but you each believe you are his only daughter and the other is not. Am I correct?
His absolutely bizarre defense? He doesn't believe either is his daughter, but weirdly hopes one is, and one is not.
Mr. Sandifer, you state you do not believe that either is your daughter, but actually hope that one is and one is not.
Yes, Your Honor.
The drama exploded over a Facebook message. After his alleged daughter, Miss Fields, asked him for money, he coldly replied, "Maybe I need to find my real dad."
So, Ms. Fields, start from the beginning.
About 2 years ago, I sent him a message on Facebook asking him if I could borrow some money. He responded with, "Maybe I need to find my real dad." He wasn't even my father.
He claims he was at the hospital when Ms. Fields was born, but another man was there, proudly shouting, "Oh, I got me a new daughter."
I was there for a friend.
You weren't even at the hospital.
Oh, as a friend?
Oh, yes, I was. And your mother had some other guy that she was dating at that time. Was there, and you said, "Oh, I got me a new daughter. I got me a new daughter."
I don't remember.
Well, of course you did.
No,
you
wait,
was a baby.
His excuse for not knowing who the father is? He's a total womanizer. He shamelessly admits if he's at a bar, he's sleeping with everybody in the bar if he gets the chance.
No, if I was the father, because she slept with so many different men.
So she slept with different men. You were the one that stayed in the bar looking for women.
So what? And your mother was one of them.
She worked at a bar. She had 2 jobs with me and my
she hung out there afterward, too.
Okay, because she hung out, does that mean she's sleeping with other people?
Now for potential sister number 2, Ms. Boyer. Mr. Sandifer drops a bombshell and presents her birth certificate and a a completely different man's name is listed as the father.
I'm here today to prove that Mr. Sandifer is my father.
I have proof otherwise, Your Honor.
You have proof that she is not your daughter.
My name's not on the birth.
I'd like to see that. Jerome, please hand me that evidence.
But Your Honor, he was in a relationship with my mother when I was born, and he lived with us till I was 5 years old.
But wait, Mr. Sandifer actually raised Ms. Boyer for 8 years and even fought for and won full custody of her after her mother neglected her.
You were there when Tuesday was born,
Yes,
Ms.
Your
Boyer?
Honor.
Were you there again as a friend, or were you
No,
there
I was
because
there
you
as
thought you were the
I
father?
raised her for 8 years. We don't know where she's at. Bring me some money or some food. I called my lawyer, Your Honor. She says, next visitation, don't worry about that. I'll get you out.
A tearful Ms. Boyer asks, "If you're not my dad, why did you fight for me?" He emotionally replies, "Because I love you and I manned up."
If you're not my dad, why did you fight for me?
Because I love you and I manned up. Why did you leave me
I
when
went
I
to my
already had
grandmother.
custody and go back to your mother?
After all the jaw-dropping family drama and shocking abandonment, the first of 2 crucial DNA results is here for Ms. Boyer, the daughter he actually raised.
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Sandifer, you are not her father.
Now for Ms. Fields, the daughter he has always denied. Is there a shocking twist coming, or will this womanizer be proven zero for 2 today in court?
In the case of Fields Boyer v. Sandifer, the court has determined, Mr. Sandifer, you are not her father. Mr. Pouchot, you are what relation to Mr. Pouchot?
He's
the
my
defendant?
husband.
He is your husband?
Yes, ma'am, I have proof of that.
Ms. Anthony is livid, claiming her ex, Mr. Porcio, has done not a damn thing for their baby. He says it's only because she told him the baby wasn't his.
So, Ms. Anthony, what has Mr. Pouchot done for your child?
Not a damn thing, Your Honor.
Her absolutely wild excuse for lying about paternity? She claims he was in a bad place partying, so she thought it was best for my child to say he wasn't the dad.
I did tell him that the child was not his, but Your Honor, he was not in a very good place in his life. He was partying, and I was partying too, but once I found out I was pregnant, I put all those things aside and did what I had to.
But he says she told him her ex-boyfriend was the father and that she was pregnant before they even met. Who is telling the truth in this convoluted mess?
But she told me that I wasn't the father.
Later on, I
Told me
did tell him he
that
wasn't the father.
her ex-boyfriend was the father, that she was pregnant before she met me.
Their relationship was just a party relationship, but after 25 minutes of pleasure, she says, he vanished, and she's been buying every single diaper ever since.
We had mainly a party relationship, to be honest with you. Like, that's what
true.
our relationship consisted of. Neither one of us were ready to be in a relationship nor have a child.
Were you using protection?
No, Your Honor, we were not. And he was there, so that's why I'm mainly upset. You were there for the 25 minutes of pleasure. Well, it's been 9 months, and I bought every diaper.
Plot twist of the century. She didn't just cheat on him. He cheated on her with his now husband. This is a truly messy modern love triangle.
How did this relationship end, Miss Anthony?
He cheated on me with his spouse now. That is how that happened.
Actually,
And he begged me to
I cheated
stay,
on my
and I
spouse
left.
with you.
Surprise witness. Mr. Porcio's husband, Michael, dramatically takes the stand. What bombshells is he about to drop on his husband's ex-lover?
Mr. Pouchot, you are what relation to Mr. Pouchot?
He's
the
my
defendant?
husband.
He is your husband?
Yes, ma'am, I have proof of that.
The husband's damning testimony is a showstopper. He says Ms. Anthony told him to his face, "The baby is not Harold's. This baby belongs to my ex-boyfriend."
I wasn't there, obviously, when they did what they did, but I was told from Miss Anthony herself. My husband had gone away for a couple months. I was holding down things at home. I was holding him down where he was. That is the point where Miss Anthony told me to my face, the baby is not Harold's. You have nothing to worry about. I am not going to pursue this. This baby belongs to my ex-boyfriend.
But wait, there was another man at the hospital who actually signed the birth certificate, who Ms. Anthony tried to convince was the father before he bailed.
So he wasn't present for the birth?
No, he was not, and I feel wrong. I stripped him of that, and that was wrong.
The man that was present for the birth signed the birth certificate.
Yes, ma'am.
And he is who I was told was the father.
And
so there was another man at the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he think Matthew was his child?
No, ma'am. He knew the whole time that he was not the father.
That's not what he was posting on Facebook.
The ultimate chaotic confession. The husband accuses her of having a 3-way right after her relationship with Harold ended. she calmly admits, "Yep, you're right, that did happen."
But you cannot take away from the fact that you have openly declared to people that
You're right.
he may not be Harold's child. You have also declared to other people of your sexual trysts before Harold and
Trysts?
after, to include a three-way right after your relationship with my husband.
You're right. Yeah, that did happen.
Boom.
In a heartbreaking turn, Mr. Porcio reveals he was raised in over 40 foster homes and doesn't want his son to ever feel the abandonment he did.
I was raised in foster care. I'm not a dirtbag, and I don't want him to see me as one if he is my child. I've been in over 40 different foster homes. I've been in and out of the system. I don't want that for him. He doesn't deserve that. He didn't ask to be brought into this world.
Judge Lake has the envelope that will change everyone's lives. Will Mr. Porcio be proven the dad, or will his husband get the last laugh in this unbelievable saga?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Pouchot, you are the father.
My father has had numerous of women say that their children was his, and just came to find out that it wasn't true. And back when I was 8, he was working at the sub shop with her. I remember him working there because I distinctly remember getting my ears pierced at 8 years old. And I remember him around in the middle of 93, close to 94, leaving the sub shop.
This adult daughter, Kalina, is hauling her own mother into court. She's accusing her of decades of paternity fraud and is desperate to finally know her real dad.
Ms. Bowman, you've dragged your daughter, Kalina, to court to save your relationship. You admit after years of deception and confusion, you now must prove to her that her actual biological father is Mr. James Stewart, who passed away 18 years ago.
In a truly stunning opening, the mother, Angela, casually admits her own daughters are manipulators, just like me, liars, just like me.
It got to where I found out there was somebody else. I decided to break part from him and move to another job. I needed to get away from him. So I started talking to Mr. Watson. Then I found out after being with him for a while that I was pregnant. And I told Mr. Watson that there was a possibility that it wasn't.
The first epic lie is exposed. Mom Angela told Kalina for 16 years that a man named Mr. Watson was her dad, until a real DNA test proved it was all a scam.
And I was confused because all these years you told me that Mr. Watson was my father. And when I read them, it said that Mr. Watson wasn't my father. And I broke down. And I was just hurt. Why she lied to me for 16 years. I didn't know what to do, so I stopped talking to her for a month and a half.
How did that lie finally unravel? Mr. Watson's new wife furiously told him, "That's your child, you go get them." So he literally stormed over and took Kalina from her mother's house.
At the time, Kalina had just came over to my house. She had just moved in with me. I happened to go to work one day, and Mr. Watson had recently got married. And his wife, she told him, "That's your child, you go get him." So he literally walked up in my house, and yes, he did come in there and take her. I wasn't there.
But how did Mom Angela trick Mr. Watson into believing he was the dad for so long? His own mother takes the stand with the ultimate receipt, a fake DNA letter Angela typed up herself.
She put a letter in my mailbox with a piece of paper saying that James Stewart was not her father. I got a long letter about how my son, Kalina, her feet, his heels, and her. And Kate was born in January. She gave me the letter in February.
This is a letter from February 27th, 1996.
Busted. Under oath, Mom Angela shamelessly admits, "Yes, ma'am, this letter is just a lie." She completely fabricated DNA results to trap Mr. Watson.
Did you put this letter in Miss Watson's mailbox, Miss Bowman?
Yes, I did.
And the letter,
I
too.
did it because at the time, Mr. Watson, when I got back in a relationship with him, we sat there, we talked and everything. It was all discussed out. It was discussed that Kalina was his daughter.
So you just created this. This letter is just a lie.
Yes, ma'am.
Her pathetic reason for committing this epic fraud? She was in love with Mr. Watson and wanted him to believe Kalina was his so that you could hold on to him.
I did it because I was actually in love with Mr. Watson. And it was, I wanted a child, this is my child. And I lost contact with Mr. Stewart, so I left it alone.
The truth is, you wanted to be with Mr. Watson. Yeah. You loved him. So you wanted him to think that Kalina was his child so that you could hold on to him.
Yes.
The late Mr. Stewart's son is in court to defend his dad's name. He says his dad quit his job with Angela a full year before Kalina was even conceived.
My father has had numerous of women say that their children was his. And this came to find out that it wasn't true. Back when I was 8, he was working at the sub shop with her. I remember him working there because I distinctly remember getting my ears pierced at 8 years old.
And that was in 1993.
93. And I remember him around in the middle of 93, close to 94, leaving the sub shop.
The courtroom is on edge. Is Kalina about to find her father's family? Or will she be left fatherless yet again by her mother's endless, cruel deceptions?
It has been determined by this court that James Stewart and Kalina Bowman are related. We wanted to help you understand whether knock-knees are truly hereditary, if this could be any indication as to whether or not Mr. Irvin is or is not Joaquim's biological father. So we are calling on a medical expert. Jerome, can you please escort Dr. Eddie Richardson into the courtroom?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ms. Funzie is furious her boyfriend of 7 years, Mr. Irvin, is denying their planned third baby. She's blaming his meddling sister for all the drama.
Ms. Funzie, you have opened your case to save your family. You are here to prove your 1-month-old baby, Joaquim Irvin, is your boyfriend, Mr. Irvin's biological son. You say you and Mr. Irvin have 2 other children, and you plan to have this third child. You blame his sister for stirring up his ridiculous doubt.
How did this all start? In a 4 a.m. fit of rage and insomnia, he snooped through her phone and discovered she'd spent the night with another guy.
How did you find out she cheated?
One day I couldn't sleep, so here it is 4 in the morning. I seen her sleeping and her phone was right beside her. Some told me to just go through her phone. So I found out that she spent the night at her friend's house with this other guy.
She admits to a one-time revenge hookup because he cheated first. She swears up and down she used protection. But is she telling the whole truth?
You said you cheated. How did you end up cheating?
I cheated the night of my friend's dinner because I had wanted to get revenge for him cheating on me. And then once I talked to the guy and I hooked up with him the night of my friend's dinner. And we had used protection and I had sex with him one time.
His doubt explodes after seeing the ultrasound paperwork. He and his sister claim Ms. Funzie scribbled over the conception date to hide how many weeks she really was.
When we went to the mobile ultrasound, I wanted to see how many weeks she was, and when she came out with the paper, I couldn't understand the number of how many weeks she was.
Saw the lady hand me the paper off the bus. You parked right out, saw her hand me the paper.
I didn't know if she was pregnant by me or someone else, so I just let it go.
It was simple. I didn't write nothing. That's not my handwriting. The lady's signature on there.
Her bizarre scientific proof that he's the dad, she hysterically claims baby Joaquim has knock knees, just like Mr. Irvin and their other 2 kids.
Do you have any doubt?
No, I don't have any doubt because they look alike. They all have knock knees just like Jordan.
You even submitted evidence to the court, right, about the knock knees. You feel like they got the same? All the other kids, they say they all got the same knees and the same body shape, and you say Joaquim got the same thing.
Yes, Your Honor.
A real medical expert is brought into the courtroom and completely destroys her knock knee theory, confirming it's just a normal part of child development.
Yes, knock knees, it is when the knees point in toward each other, and more technically, when someone stands straight up and there's about a 3-inch gap between their ankles and they can't put their legs together, but the knees are together. Kids go through this as they're born. They actually can have bow leg and then go into knock knees, and then they straighten up by the time they're 6 to 8 years old.
The bombshell letter. The court reads a shocking statement from the other man, who says they had relations 3 to 4 times with no condom in Irvin's own car.
We eventually got each other's phone numbers and started texting. She told me about the things that was going on between her and Jordan. We had sex in Jordan's car. Did use protection.
A fake page. Jordan.
Why are you lying to me?
Jordan, I'm not lying to you.
If this not my baby, I'm through with this relationship.
That's fine.
That on it?
Caught in a web of lies. After swearing it was just a one-night stand, Ms. Funzie is forced to admit on the stand that it was actually more than one time.
Ms. Funzie, is there something that you just need to tell the court and be honest about?
It's gonna tell the truth.
So was it just a one-night stand?
No.
Or did you have sex with this other man more than one time?
Yes, Your Honor.
It was more than one time, or it was a one-night stand?
It was more than one time.
You go get it. You lied.
Mr. Irvin's sister has a complete breakdown in court, sobbing at Ms. Funzie. Just be honest. Hey, I messed up. That's it.
I saw you, Miss Irvin, you started to cry. What made you so upset?
Because they've been together for so long. Just be honest. Hey, I messed up. That's it. It's up to Jordan to accept it, whether it's his child or not. Your name on the birth certificate, why not? I ain't gonna question her motherhood. She a good mother to her children.
Judge Lake delivers an epic lecture on intimate revenge, telling Ms. Funzy, we women, we lose that game because we end up pregnant.
Miss Funzy, we lose that game. We lose that. I don't understand when women are gonna ever get this. We need a Facebook post about this. Tit for tat, sexual revenge. We don't win that game. And we do this tit for tat thing and we lose because we end up pregnant.
Judge Lake has the envelope that will settle this cheating chaos. Is Mr. Irvin the father, or will his 4 a.m. phone snooping be spectacularly vindicated?
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Winfield.
I knew it. I told you. I knew it wasn't his baby. But
Jordan,
when
hold
I
on.
went to the hospital.
I am ready to hear from Mr. Santavius Knight myself. Jerome, please escort him into the courtroom.
Hold on.
Mr. Jordan claims Ms. Heim totally tricked him into signing the birth certificate, even brazenly lying that the other potential dad already took a DNA test that came back negative.
Mr. Jordan, you claim the defendant tricked you into signing her daughter's birth certificate and being a daddy. But 2 years later, you were told that another man is her biological father. You opened your case because you want DNA proof you are not the father so you can get your name removed from the birth certificate.
Ms. Heim casually admits she slept with another man, one time, right when the baby could have been made, but then ridiculously insists she magically just knows Mr. Jordan is the father.
He's a great father, and I only had sex with one man when we were together. I had sex with him one time, but we've been messing around for 7 years, and I never became pregnant. I met Chris, and all of a sudden I became pregnant. But I know that Chris is the father.
But how if you had sex with the other guy?
He's the father.
The truth bomb finally dropped when a family member, in the middle of a screaming match, viciously blurted out to Mr. Jordan, "Why you ain't told Chris that he's not Caitlin's dad?"
This is where it goes wrong. Her and the family member gets into like an altercation or whatnot, like an argument. It wasn't even an altercation, an argument. And it was like they started like throwing dirt on each other, you know what I mean? So she said something about this family member's in front of this family member's boyfriend or whatever. So so the family member turned around and was like, well, why you ain't told Chris that he's not Caitlin's dad?
Then came the damning proof. Shocking photos of the other guy, Santavius Knight, cuddling baby Caitlin, topped off with his bold social media post, "Me and my baby Kate."
You can say whatever, but as she was saying it, she pulls out the phone and she started showing me I could pull it up. I ain't gotta lie. It's what the family member tells me. And I'm like, that of the other guy and my daughter, you know what I'm saying, like having moments together or.
So this is another one posted up, and this is from Santavius Knight, and it reads, "Me and my baby Kate."
Ms. Heim's pathetic excuse for Caitlin being on the other man's lap? Messy family members during weekend drop-offs, before she reluctantly admits she took her there that one time.
So what was Caitlin doing on his lap?
My family members are messy, so when I drop her off on the weekend, I don't know what they do.
Your Honor, I object. My thing is, what your family members got to do with my daughter on another man's lap?
Did you take her over there?
That time I did on that couch.
Surprise. The other potential dad, Mr. Knight, confidently struts into the courtroom, ready to declare to everyone that he believes little Caitlin is his baby.
I am ready to hear from Mr. Santavius Knight myself. Jerome, please escort him into the courtroom.
Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished.
Mr. Knight then unleashes another bombshell. Ms. Heim allegedly told him, "It's not Chris, you touch me, and I get pregnant," and even promised to fix the birth certificate later.
She told me when she got pregnant, she like, "I'm pregnant." I'm like, "What you telling me for?" She like, "Well, it's not Chris, cause me and Chris been together a year and a half, and we ain't got pregnant. Soon you touch me, I get pregnant."
No, he's lying.
She told me that it was my baby. She said, "I'm pregnant." I said, "What you telling me for?" She said, "Cause it's young. Telling me I love you when you get home. I let somebody else sign a birth certificate. I'm gonna fix it when you get home. Did it and third." I'm like, "Okay, say no more."
Busted again. Both Mr. Jordan and Mr. Knight reveal Ms. Heim tried to get them each to come over to her house just a month ago, cause her new dude tripping.
Do your family members?
That's a lie. She just tried to get me to come over a month ago. They tried to get me over to come smash that a month ago.
You said she just tried to get you to come over a month ago?
To her house.
Told me that
Yes,
same
Mr.
thing too, Your Honor.
How I know where you stayed?
What did she say?
Hey, I need somebody to come over here and stay with me because you know my new dude tripping and yada, yada, yada.
Exactly.
Now, for real.
After Judge Lake furiously calls out her constant smirking and pathological lies, Ms. Heim finally cracks, tearfully admitting she didn't grow up with her own dad.
Did you grow up with your dad? You just fine. I wasn't gonna let you stand up here and have a smirk on your face like this was a game. Because you're the mother of a beautiful little girl, and you know she deserves more, and now why you know she deserves more is because you also deserve more and you didn't get it.
Judge Lake has the fateful envelope, Is Caitlin's father Mr. Jordan, the man who lovingly raised her, or Mr. Knight, the other lover she kept on the side?
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Jordan.
I can tell you how big his winker is. It's pretty small.
No, it's not. I could tell you plenty of times.
It's about
I've
that
known
big.
him for 7 years.
It's about that big.
Definitely not. And don't you dare tell him about his penis.
Mr. Webb's truly wild defense is one for the ages. He swears he's not the father of baby Majestic because he never had intimacy with her, Your Honor.
Mr. Webb, how can you be so certain you are not this child's biological father?
I never had sex with her, Your Honor.
Well, that would rule you out.
She fires back that he's a liar, claiming he stayed with her for 2 months and they definitely hooked up after a long night of partying.
I know for a fact the dates line up, and I know he stayed with me for 2 months, and he slept in my bed with me for one night, and we had sex. April 11th.
His version of events? He only stayed for a week, slept on the couch, and says the most intimate they ever got was taking a forced bathroom selfie together.
You were never intimate with her in any way.
I never stayed in her bedroom. I stayed out on the couch.
That's a lie.
And on top of that, I was only there for a week and a week and a half.
He ain't like that.
Your Honor, the worst that we've ever done is take a picture, and she was already in the bathroom. She had called me in there. When I walked in the bathroom, she said cheese and took a picture before I could even say anything.
But wait, the girlfriend Aubriana takes the stand and says Ms. Cole actually called her to brag that she was sleeping with him. Who is lying in this mess?
I've known him for 7 years, and he is not like that at all. And you called him, and you called me with his friend telling me that he was there 3 weeks and you guys were having sex and blah, blah, blah. At first, I did believe that.
Then comes the ultimate bombshell. Ms. Cole finally admits there is another possible father in the picture. So her 100% certain claim was a total lie.
I've been trying to figure out
There's
for the
one
last
reason
year.
why I'm here. To know for sure he's the dad, because I did have another partner. It was a month.
The girlfriend gets absolutely savage, declaring that baby is white. He is dark. Ms. Cole weakly defends that she's part Puerto Rican, but is this a clue?
Look, she looks just like him.
That baby's white. He is dark.
I'm sorry, but I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Ms. Cole's story completely unravels. She was for certain that the other guy was the dad, until her due date mysteriously changed by a whole month.
I was for certain that the other guy was the dad until my due date got changed a month ahead, which would make him the dad. It went from February 22nd to January 28th.
His girlfriend absolutely loses it, jumping to her man's defense and screaming, "No, it's not, definitely not," defending his honor and his size to the entire courtroom.
I can tell you how big his winker is. It's pretty small.
No, it's not. I could tell you plenty of times.
It's about that
I've known him
big.
for 7 years.
It's about that
definitely
big.
not. Definitely not. And don't you dare tell him about his penis.
Judge Lake has the envelope. Will Mr. Webb's "we never did it" defense hold up, or is he about to be confirmed as the father with the allegedly small winker?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Webb, you are not her father.
Yeah, you're crazy. You need to go to a mental hospital.
Now give me the dates now.
Josiah's birthday is August 18th of 2015. Me and my ex stopped dating a week before Thanksgiving of 2015, which was the 23rd through the 29th.
You with Mr. Cherry?
Yes.
And then you were with the ex
the week before Thanksgiving.
So that's the 16th through the 22nd. Well, that's too close for comfort.
This toxic 9-year relationship has finally imploded. He denies their third child, Josiah, claiming their entire history is built on straight lies.
Ms. Walton, you say your 9-year relationship, your high school love is in jeopardy because he denies fathering your 1-year-old son, Josiah. Cherry, you really have doubt.
Yes, I do. I do have doubts because throughout our relationship, it's been just straight lies, So I just want to be here to let her know that everything that's been going on in our relationship is just lies.
Their relationship philosophy is a complete disaster. She proudly declares, "He cheated, I cheated. If he lied, I lied. Do unto others as you want unto you."
So you said you did what you wanted to do and she did what she wanted to do. Does that mean you all were dating other people and seeing other people?
If he cheated, I cheated. If he lied, I lied. Do unto others as you want done to you.
It was pretty much fighting fire with fire.
So you all were in a tit for tat.
Yes.
He cheated first.
The conception timeline is an absolute mess. She admits she broke up with her other ex just 1 week before her romantic Thanksgiving Day hookup with Mr. Cherry.
2013, I had met my ex, and we were together up until the week before Thanksgiving of 2014. I didn't get conceived with Josiah until the week of Thanksgiving.
We ended up having sex. That's when my son was conceived. But when my son was conceived, I had stopped messing with my ex a week before. So ain't no possibility that that is.
Her truly wild defense for the overlap? She claims she used protection with the ex, but not with Mr. Cherry, because if she uses one with him, then she's questioning him.
Were you and your ex using protection, Miss Walton?
Yes. Now, with Mr. Cherry, I don't use protection. I don't think I need to. If I do, I'm questioning him. But for my ex, I did use protection, so it's no possibility that Josiah is his son.
The calendar of chaos proves the conception window for Josiah overlaps with both men. Judge Lake declares the timeline is just too close for comfort.
Josiah's birthday is August 18 of 2015. Me and my ex stopped dating a week before Thanksgiving of 2015, which was the 23rd through the 29th.
You with Mr. Cherry?
Yes.
And then you were with the ex
the week before Thanksgiving.
So that's the 16th through the 22nd. Well, that's too close for comfort.
His bombshell evidence is insane. He snooped on her friend's Facebook and found frantic messages from 2 a.m. of her friend telling the other guy, "Come get me," from his place.
The late night pickups. I'm at home with the kids. This is what I get. She's coming home, and these are the messages that I have. It's 1:55 in the morning. When I come home, she's supposed to be there, but she's not. But I'm at the house with the kids. This is from her friend's Facebook account.
And then it said 1:55 a.m. come get me. 1:57, where you at? 1:59, come pick me up.
From his place.
From his place.
Yes.
She shamelessly admits it was her at another man's house at 2 a.m. Her pathetic excuse? Why should I be faithful to somebody that's not faithful to me?
Miss Walton, where is his place?
Probably at his house. And at that time, he was cheating too. So why should I be faithful to somebody that's not faithful neither, Jan?
Despite his intense, swirling doubts, he was there for the birth, cut the umbilical cord, and even signed the birth certificate because he felt it was his responsibility.
If it wasn't his son, why sign the birth certificate? Why be there? Why
was a
cut
head
the umbilical cord? Why leave my son on to that being your son and then...
So wait, he cut the umbilical cord?
Yes,
I cut the umbilical cord. I was there at the hospital. I was there through all the pregnancies. I was through there through OBGYN.
All that.
I was there. Throughout the whole 9, I was there.
Her final, absolutely shocking threat before the results are even read: when he starts cheating, I'll probably call him the ex back. This toxic cycle will never end.
Are you still in touch with the ex, Miss Walton?
No, he's out of sight, out of mind, Yana.
What does that mean?
When he start cheating, I'll probably call him back.
I mean...
Judge Lake has the envelope that will settle this high school sweetheart disaster. Is Mr. Cherry the father, or was Ms. Walton's revenge more successful than she thought?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Cherry, you are the father. Where's this other possible father?
Not even quite sure. After we broke up, he changed his number, he moved, he pretty much disappeared. I have tried to find him, I have tried to get a hold of him, and I can't find him.
In a wild paternity court twist, Ms. Miller is here to prove her incredibly dedicated ex, Mr. Rasmussen, isn't her daughter Zaylee's dad.
Ms. Miller, you're here to prove to your ex-boyfriend Scotty Rasmussen that he is not the father of your 3-year-old daughter Zaylee Rasmussen. You claim you've been in an ongoing court battle over custody and have petitioned the court several times for a DNA test, all of which have been denied.
His simple explanation for this bizarre situation: she hates me, he says, all because he admits he cheated on her at the end of their relationship.
Why is Ms. Miller saying you're not Zaylee's father?
Your Honor, I believe it's just out of pure hatred.
Why does she hate you?
She hates me because at the end of the relationship, when things got rocky, I'll admit it, I did go to another woman. I'll be the first to admit that. You know, it was my mistake.
Is that true, Ms. Miller?
No.
But she claims his cheating is irrelevant. The real reason she wants him gone is because she thinks he only wants visitation to claim Zaylee on his taxes.
He says this is about visitation, too. He loves his daughter, but you don't want him to have the visitation. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor. Because I believe that the only reason why he wants the visitation is to claim her on his taxes.
Her big gotcha proof he's not the dad. He was partying in Las Vegas when Zaylee was conceived, and she was busy getting with someone else.
Why is it you don't want him involved in this child's life?
Because I still believe that he is not hers. She was conceived in March of 2011. He wasn't even in the same state. He was in Vegas. And at that time in March, I wasn't even with him. I was with somebody else because he broke up with me because he cheated on me.
But Mr. Rasmussen says he had no idea about another man until 5 months after Zaylee's birth, when she suddenly dropped that bomb in family court.
And still believe I was the only biological father until about 5 or 6 months or so, give or take, after she was born. We were at family court talking to the family court commissioner about custody and the things that go along with that, like where she'd be going to school, her doctor, and all that. I could possibly not be the father because of another man that was involved, and she gave some date, I can't remember the specifics.
His legendary birth story: he raced 45 miles through a foot of snow, beating her to the hospital, telling his job, "Fire me, because my daughter's being born."
I was at the birth, I was at every single doctor's appointment. Zaylee was born, you were at a doctor's appointment, I was at home because I had to work that day. I got a phone call and I answered it. They said she was going into labor. I went home and I drove about 45 miles through a winded, wooded road in Wisconsin in December, mind you, so it was about a foot of snow on the ground. I made it to that hospital in less than 35 minutes. I beat her to the hospital.
She scoffs at his heroic tale, calling it a lie and claiming he just sat in the corner on his computer, showing not much excitement at all.
That's a lie. After she was born...
That was an amazing story. You say that was a lie?
Yes. While I was in labor, he was sitting on one of those hospital cot beds on his computer in the corner, not paying attention to me, in his own little bubble. I really didn't see much excitement.
You didn't?
No.
So why did she let him sign the birth certificate? Because they were engaged. But then one of his own friends snitched that he was cheating with multiple girls.
I gave my daughter my last name.
Because we were engaged, and I thought we were going to get married. I thought we were going to have a happy life and raise our daughter together until about 3 months after she was born, one of his friends told me everything that he was doing throughout our entire relationship, cheating on me, going to multiple places to meet multiple girls.
And what about the other potential father in this mess? Ms. Miller claims he's a ghost who conveniently changed his number, moved, and vanished off the face of the earth.
Where's this other possible father?
Not even quite sure. After we broke up, he changed his number, he moved, he pretty much disappeared. I have tried to find him, I have tried to get a hold of him, and I can't find him.
The courtroom is silent as the verdict for Zaylee is read. Is this man's epic journey of fatherhood about to come to a devastating, soul-crushing end?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Rasmussen, you are not the father. Miss Miller?
She denied me the DNA test not once but twice. That's what gave me further doubt. For the fact that the way she told me that she was pregnant was too fast, the time of conception, she said that the baby went full term, April 1st. The baby was due March 11th.
Ms. Beckley is furious. Mr. Allen, dad to her other two, has only seen their 1-year-old daughter, Idale, once and neglects her completely.
Ms. Beckley, you are in court today to prove Mr. Allen is the biological father of your 1-year-old daughter, Idale Beckley. You say Mr. Allen has only seen his daughter one time since she has been born, and you want him to take responsibility.
I'm very angry, very frustrated. He's been neglecting her from day one.
His defense? They were broken up. He claims Idale was conceived during a one-time, unprotected, angry relations session on their older daughter's birthday.
On Germany's second birthday, he wasn't staying with me, but he ended up coming back on her birthday. We had sex, unprotected.
It wasn't baby making sex. It was angry sex.
It's not about baby making sex. Sex is sex.
It was
Whether it's baby making, love making, hate making,
revenge.
sex is sex, and she's still here as a baby. It don't matter what type of sex it was unprotected.
He claims she told him she was pregnant just a day or two after their angry encounter. She says it was a month. Who's lying about the baby-making timeline?
Did you find out she was pregnant?
Within a day or two?
A day or two?
That's a lie. How can I tell you a day after we have sex that I'm pregnant? That don't even make sense.
The birth certificate tells a tale. Allen signed for their first 2 kids, but no father is listed for Idale, and Beckley defiantly gave her last name.
Germany's and Xavier's birth certificate, hers is not signed.
So the first one is for Germany, Jacqueline Allen. Father's name's there. Second one, Xavier Dantes Tyrell Jerome Allen. Father's name is there. Third one, Idale Lisa Alexandria Beckley. No father listed.
But wait, Mr. Allen sensationally claims Ms. Beckley actually denied him a DNA test twice before he finally dragged her to court. What was she trying to hide?
How she deserve your last name?
Did I not call for a DNA test, Miss Beckley?
You did not.
You denied me a DNA test twice. She denied me the DNA test not once but twice. That's what gave me further doubt. For the fact that the way she told me that she pregnant was too fast, the time of conception, she said that the baby went full term, April 1st. The baby was due March 11th.
Their custody exchange is pure chaos. He says she won't let him see Idale during swaps for their other kids. She retorts, "If you're denying her, why would I bring her?"
Well, Your Honor, I have questioned Shamia about Idale. You know, I asked, could I speak to her? She say no. You know, I asked when she come, well, while us having a visitation every other week, we have swap and exchange at a police station. She don't bring Idale. She don't make Idale a factor to my life. She gave
You're denying her.
Enter the new and very tired-looking fiancée, Cheyenne. She testifies a gossiping neighbor told them Beckley was running around telling another guy he was Idale's father.
You testified that you heard Miss Beckley had been sleeping with another man.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where did you hear this?
From a neighbor of hers.
A neighbor of hers told you this?
A neighbor of hers contacted him and told me and him that she was telling another guy that he was the father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Beckley fiercely denies ever telling another man he was the father or sleeping with anyone else during their supposed break. But after all this, can she be believed?
Told another man he was the father.
I wasn't aware, and I never said that.
Is there another man who could potentially be the father?
No, Your Honor.
So during your breakup, you never slept with anybody else?
I didn't sleep with nobody, no.
The courtroom waits on pins and needles for Idale's verdict. Will Mr. Allen be forced to step up for another child, or will Ms. Beckley be exposed yet again?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Allen, you are the father.
Told you. You too, fiance. Stepmama.
I'm away, and over 80 times, no exaggeration, over 80 times I call, and I'm like, yo, what's up, babe? Hey, I can't talk right now. Click. And so I call right back.
You know what?
Hey, yo, you know what? We can't talk right now. Click. Hey, yo, I got the landlord here. Click.
You said over 80 times.
Over 80 times.
Mr. Barlow, a proud dad of 8 kids who are his spitting image, swears baby Jabril can't be his because his ex was getting way too cozy with the landlord.
Mr. Barlow, you say your 8 kids look exactly like you, but the defendant's son, Jabril, looks nothing like you.
While I was away, you understand? While I was away, I believe she was sleeping with the landlord.
You do?
Yeah.
This landlord was suspiciously nice, allegedly doing repairs at 10 p.m., buying furniture, and giving Ms. Winslow a massive discount on rent. Is he a saint or a secret lover?
The landlord's at the house at 10 p.m.
Yeah,
and you know why, Your
and
Honor?
stuff.
You know why,
I'm
Your
like,
Honor? Because he doesn't have contractors. He doesn't have a hired contractor. He's doing everything himself. So if he has to come at 10 o'clock at night to fix some water that's leaking from my roof.
Now, you gotta pay me $2,500 for rent, right? For what reason do I say, okay, you ain't got it, just give me 300.
Mr. Barlow claims he called home over 80 times while away, and Ms. Winslow would almost always hang up on him, constantly claiming the landlord was conveniently there.
I'm away, and over 80 times, no exaggeration, over 80 times I call, and I'm like, yo, what's up, babe? Hey, I can't talk right now. Click. And so I call right back.
You know what?
Hey, yo, you know what? We can't talk right now. Click. Hey, yo, I got the landlord here. Click.
You said over 80 times.
Over 80 times.
The first time Mr. Barlow met this mysterious landlord, the guy was casually buying ice cream for Ms. Winslow and the kids, later even seen playing football with them.
I came home one time, I just pop up, right? I pop up one time, they crossing the street. I think the dude a stranger, because I ain't never met him yet. And so they walking across the street, and I'm like, yo, I approached all of them. Hey, what y'all doing with this stranger? What you doing with my children? They like, he ain't a stranger, he the landlord. And then I come home another time, they playing football, you know what I'm saying? They playing ball. He always at the house. For what?
The bombshell of all bombshells, Ms. Winslow tearfully declares baby Jabril looks nothing like her or Barlow because she believes he was accidentally switched at birth at the hospital.
Obviously has African American features. However, he doesn't look like me or Mr. Barlow. He doesn't look like me or Mr. Barlow. So now that leads me to believe the only way that this baby is not this man's child is if he's not mine. I believe something happened at the hospital, and it would devastate me, Your Honor. I have a strong connection with my son.
Fueled by frantic internet research, about 28,000 babies being switched annually, Ms. Winslow is genuinely terrified she might not even be Jabril's biological mother.
I did a research online. The research is right here. 28,000 babies have been switched at the hospital and find out later on that their parents aren't their biological children.
The fact that there are about 28,000 babies that get switched at birth in the hospital.
In the hospital.
The maternity test results are in. After a dramatic court recess, Judge Lake confirms with 99.999999% certainty that Ms. Winslow is Jabril's mother. The switched at birth theory is officially debunked.
We're back in session in the case of Barlow versus Winslow. You've claimed this child could have been switched at birth.
Yes, Your Honor.
These results state that the probability of maternity is 99.9999%. You, Ms. Winslow, are Jabril's mother.
But Ms. Winslow fires back with her own bombshell, revealing that during their relationship, Mr. Barlow has had twins and triplets on her. This man is no angel.
And I have never cheated on this man. I've been with this man for 11 years, off and on. Throughout the whole time I've been with him, he have not only had twins on me, but triplets as well.
Mr. Barlow admits he signed Jabril's birth certificate, despite his landlord theory, because he didn't want to miss out on another kid's life. Will he regret that signature?
I was there during the delivery. I was there to sign the birth certificate because there's no way for me to say, this is not my child. I got 9 children. And out of those other 8 children, there's been spots in their life that I missed. And I said, if this child is mine, I will not miss one single day.
Judge Lake holds the envelope. Is the suspiciously handy landlord the dad after all? Or is Mr. Barlow about to be confirmed as the father to the one kid who looks nothing like him?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Barlow, you are the father.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have to ask, what is your ex doing?
Absolutely nothing with his life.
We have no idea where he's even at.
I have no contact with him. I even tried to speak to his father, and his father has no idea. He hasn't seen him in 6 months. Just to get in contact with him and be like, hey, you know, we need to figure something out here, and he will not get in contact with me. He's deleted and blocked all my numbers. He's blocked and deleted me on Facebook, the same as the rest of my family.
This dude's wedding is literally on the line. If the DNA says he's not baby London's dad, he swears he's calling the whole thing off next month.
Ms. Lohman, you are in court today hoping and praying your fiance, Mr. Mitchell, is the biological father of your daughter, London, and you and your mother are here to prove it. You say today's DNA results will determine the future of your family together.
After insisting he was the one, Ms. Lohman casually admits she did tell him there was a possibility he wasn't the dad. So which version of her story is the real lie?
He will tell me, no, you know, I don't think she is.
But you've
Everything
also told him
points
that
to her.
she's not, so...
No, I have never actually told Jonathan that he was not. I told him there was a possibility that he might not be, but I have never for sure told him he hasn't been.
Their wholesome love story began with him moving into her family's house as a friend. Then they started hooking up while she still had another boyfriend.
Were you single at that time?
No, Your Honor. I had a boyfriend at the time. After about 2 months of him living with me and my family, we were sitting on the couch one day just talking, and he kissed me. Told him, I have a boyfriend, we can't do this. And he just kind of shrugged it off and said, okay.
At that point, Mr. Mitchell was just your friend.
About a week after that, we were in the pool, and we were swimming under the water, and he kissed me under the water, and I came up, and I didn't stop it.
Her poor, clueless ex-boyfriend still has no idea she was having a secret, unprotected affair with the house guest, Mr. Mitchell, this whole entire time.
He never found out, and to this day, he still doesn't know.
He does not know to this day that you were also sleeping with Mr. Mitchell.
Right, Your Honor.
Her scientific paternity proof? She slept with Mitchell every day, but the ex only once or twice. Does this girl actually think making a baby is a lottery game?
I had went to the doctor and confirmed that I was pregnant, and then on my second doctor's appointment, I asked, do you have an estimate of when I conceived, because I can't tell you the exact date. And she told me I conceived somewhere between October 12th and October 22nd. And I got to looking back at the dates, and I had sex with Mr. Mitchell more times than I had sex with my ex. I had sex with Mr. Mitchell about every day and only once or twice with my ex.
She hysterically swears baby London is his clone, pointing to his dark blue eyes and extremely long, thick eyelashes. Is this paternity court or a bizarre beauty pageant?
And then after she was born, I was like, Mr. Mitchell, she looks just like you. I was like, she has your eyes, the same exact eye color.
But just because she has blue eyes and blonde hair doesn't mean she's mine.
Yes, but my ex had light blue eyes. Jonathan has dark blue eyes. London has dark blue eyes. My ex had little to no eyelashes. Mr. Mitchell has extremely long, thick eyelashes, and my daughter London does as well.
Mr. Mitchell's cousin is not having it, claiming Lohman only chose him because she knows he's the better, more responsible baby daddy option. Is this love or a strategic trap?
I believe that she knows that Jonathan is going to do what is right, loves the baby, and he is going to step up and be the father that she needs. And I feel like because she knows that is why we are in the situation we are in.
So you basically believe Ms. Lohman has chosen Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
And what about the other potential father, her ex-boyfriend? Oh, he's just a total ghost who blocked her and completely vanished. How unbelievably, suspiciously convenient.
I have no contact with him. I even tried to speak to his father, and his father has no idea. He hasn't seen him in 6 months. Just to get in contact with him and be like, hey, we need to figure something out here, and he will not get in contact with me. He's deleted and blocked all my numbers. He's blocked and deleted me on Facebook, the same as the rest of my family.
This man actually got down on one knee and proposed to her while she was pregnant, even with this massive, ticking time bomb of a paternity question looming over them.
So at what point do you two get engaged?
We were in Indiana with a family member of Mr. Mitchell's, and Mr. Mitchell took me on a walk, and we were under a beautiful bridge, and he proposed to me.
So he proposed to you, and you said yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Even in spite of this paternity question?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge Lake holds the envelope that will decide their entire future. Will Mr. Mitchell be named the father? Or is this wedding officially, spectacularly, and immediately off?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Mitchell, you are not the father.
When I was young, I was dating a stripper, and she had a baby, all right? She disappeared. What reason, I don't know, but when she finally came back, we figured out that baby wasn't mine. Got my name off the birth certificate, finally. Second time this has happened in my life, a young lady got pregnant, but come to find out, she was dealing with somebody that I knew. She didn't know we knew each other. She got pregnant, we talked, me and the guy, we talked.
This paternity court regular, Mr. Bolton, is back for round 4. He's convinced baby Ileana can't be his because she came out white with blue eyes.
Mr. Bolton, this is not your first time in this courtroom. So how convinced are you now that Mr. Bolton is?
I'm very convinced because I only slept with 3 men at that time.
Got myself involved in this young man's life. Most men wouldn't. I'm actually taking him on the weekends when it's available.
Mr. Bolton, you are not his father. Mr. Bolton?
The chaos started in the delivery room. The doctor handed him his newborn daughter and actually asked, "Are you sure this baby's yours? 'Cause this baby's white."
When the baby was born, I cut the umbilical cord, the doctors wiped the baby off, and they gave Miss Beto the baby at first. She was still fatigued from delivering birth.
Understandably.
So they gave me the baby, gave the procedure to deliver the baby. He handed me the baby and he looked at me. He said, "Are you sure this baby's yours?" And I looked at the doctor. I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said, "'Cause this baby's white."
Ms. Beto fires back with a genetics lesson. They're a mixed couple, Dominican black and Puerto Rican black. A light-skinned baby isn't exactly a scientific impossibility.
This is the reason why we're here right there.
We're mixed. I'm Dominican and black. He's Puerto Rican and black. People in my family have different color eyes. My eyes are hazel. My father's eyes are green. He told me that when he was a young boy, when he was a baby, as a matter of fact, his eyes were blue and then they turned green.
But the doubt was everywhere. His family, his boss, and even random people at the grocery store kept asking him if the baby was really his.
First, the doctor said something. When we brought Ileana home from the hospital, we had friends and family come over to see the baby, then looking at the baby like, oh, she's beautiful, she's beautiful. Is she yours?
Maybe on his side, but my side, they did make some comments, but of course I defended. That's my daughter, you know?
Yep.
So I see him all the time in her. I see a little bit of my features, but mostly I see him.
His paranoia is almost understandable. Bolton reveals he's been through this 3 times before with other women, including a stripper's baby that wasn't his.
When I was young, I was dating a stripper, and she had a baby, all right? She disappeared. What reason, I don't know, but when she finally came back, we figured out that baby wasn't mine. Got my name off the birth certificate, finally. Second time this has happened in my life, a young lady got pregnant, but come to find out, she was dealing with somebody that I knew. She didn't know we knew each other. She got pregnant, we talked, me and the guy, we talked.
While snooping, Bolton found pics on her phone of the other guy's baby, who he hysterically claims looks just like his daughter, Ileana.
She deleted pictures out the phone, you know what I'm saying? Because when you plug a phone into a laptop, the USB charger, the backup pictures are still in the phone. Pictures of him and his baby are still there, together. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Pictures of him and
His baby.
his baby
Yeah.
are in her phone.
In her phone, and it looks like this. His daughter looks like my daughter.
He finally confronted her in bed, sweetly saying, "You know I love you, right?" Before dropping the bomb, "I don't think she's mine. I want a DNA test."
What you mean?
Yeah, but
when he told me that, we were in the bed, and the first thing he said to me is, "Oh, you know I love you, right?" Like, you know somebody gonna say something messed up after they say something like that. And then after that, I don't even know how we got to it. All I know is he was like, "Oh, I don't think she's mine. I want a DNA test." And yeah, I lost it, and I wanted him to get out. So arguing, and I was like, either I'm gonna leave.
Despite his agonizing doubt, a home video reveals Mr. Bolton shares an incredibly beautiful, loving bond with baby Ileana, which makes this whole situation even more tragic.
What else you want to say? Say hello. Bye-bye. See y'all later. I love Ileana.
The courtroom waits for the verdict on Ileana. Is Mr. Bolton about to be proven wrong in his doubt, or will he go down in history as 0 for 4?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Bolton, you are her father.
KOD said, but did you have a relationship with Miss Hammonds?
Yes, we had a physical relationship. It wasn't a relationship.
You pulled at your brother. Were you intimate with Mr. Farmer? Is what he's saying true?
That's
Uncle
Tommy. Yes, ma'am.
That's just nasty.
After a vicious shouting match, Dad Mr. Jacobs horrifically screamed, "Well, those ain't my kids anyway," and stormed out. Will this bombshell tear their family apart forever?
So, Ms. Razor, tell us about the argument you and your brother overheard.
I started to hear a lot of noise in my mom's bedroom. He coming out the room, going to the kitchen saying, "Well, those ain't my kids anyway, so I was doing you a favor," and left out the door.
Precious has a total breakdown, screaming that Mr. Jacobs is the only dad she's ever known and is supposed to walk her down the aisle at her wedding in January.
I'm 26 years old, okay? This is the only man that I know for all my life. He's been there for my kindergarten graduation, my 6th grade graduation. How many men do you know sit in the delivery room with their daughter when they're having a baby? I'm getting married in January. He's supposed to walk me down this aisle.
Adding fuel to the fire, years of neighborhood gossip about a mystery man named Uncle Tommy, who Precious supposedly looks just like, are suddenly brought into the light.
That man Tommy that grandma said that might be my father that I look like, that you denied so many times.
And I overheard at a cookout some of your friends talking about, don't she look like Tommy, whoever Tommy was?
Plot twist. Uncle Tommy, Mr. Farmer, appears via video link, admitting he had a physical relationship with Ms. Hammonds. Precious completely loses it, screaming, "That's just nasty."
Did you have a relationship with Miss Hammonds?
You pulled at your brother.
Yes, we had a physical relationship. It wasn't a relationship.
You pulled at your brother.
Miss Hammonds, were you intimate with Mr. Farmer? Is what he's saying true?
That's Uncle Tommy.
Yes, ma'am.
That's just nasty.
Ms. Hammonds tries to explain away the nasty factor by claiming she and Uncle Tommy just called each other play brother and sister. But will that twisted excuse actually fly?
Okay.
That's her brother.
So what has...
Not a brother.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers and sisters every day.
Is that true, Ms. Hammond? You call him your brother. It's like a play brother.
Yes, ma'am.
So you understand why your daughter is so upset.
That's not my sister. She's not my sister.
Well, we established that.
The first DNA results are in for Precious and her uncle Tommy. Is this the shocking answer to her identity crisis, or is this paternity nightmare just getting started?
In the case of Razor Hunt versus Jacobs Hammond, as it pertains to 26-year-old Precious Razor, Mr. Farmer.
Yes.
You are not.
Yes!
Her
Oh my God! Oh!
Now for the man who raised her. With Uncle Tommy officially ruled out, will Mr. Jacobs be confirmed as Precious's real dad, or is her entire life based on a lie?
Mr. Jacobs, you
All the father.
All the father.
are
No!
her father.
No.
The ultimate bombshell. In her chambers, Ms. Hammonds confesses to her son Hector, "I'm not his mother. He is actually her dead cousin's son whom she raised."
I have to tell Hector something.
What would you like to tell your son?
I'm not his mother.
What? Are you serious? You're not his mother.
What do you mean?
My cousin's son, she died at childbirth.